Hello, let's do the Minute Cryptic for July 18th. Today's clue is by Calhoun and Liam. Bound escapee. Heard admitting crime, essentially. Ooh, is bound... I mean, we only need 4 letters here. So, ah... it's probably like use the first letter of each word type dealy, but I'm not sure. I don't know if we mean bound or essentially. Or crime, essentially, or bound escapee. I don't know. Heard is usually an indicator for homophones because, um, yeah, you hear it. So it sounds the same. We could be homophoning escapee or bound escapee. And usually, you don't always, but usually you have to replace it with another word before you homophone it. Admitting feels like an indicator saying put it inside. And then crime, essentially. So I wonder if essentially is an indicator to say like the first letter, the essential bit. And so it's admitting crime. So we're adding a C. So we need a 3-letter word that sounds like escapee. The escapee, the person who escaped, the guy on the lam. It means bound. Escapee. I need a very short sounding word for escapee. The escapee. Wait, the escaper. The escaper is the. Oh my gosh, what is escapee? Escaper is the person who escaped. The escaper. The escapee is who they escaped from? Like jail? Prison? Does jail or prison sound like something? Or. Yikes. Jail, escapee. Escapee. I wonder if escapee on its own sounds like. Bound can also be an indicator, meaning to like contain, right? Where do you have emitting? Heard. Escapee. To me, escapee on its own does not have a homophone. It kind of sounds like escape key, but not close enough. Would we do ASC and then we'd have to admit as crime essentially, which would be like another C? Nah. I think I'm going to take a fodder hint. I think that's going to be the helpful one today. So I'm not looking at the clue other than the highlight. So escapee and crime are the only fodder. So that's what I thought. So we need to homophone another word for escapee and put inside of it the essential bit of crime, which I assume is the C, but I'm not sure. Escapee. So the escaper is the person who escapes. So the escapee is who they escape from. Who are we escaping from? A captor? I don't think it's going to be 2 syllables. All right, I'm going to read the fodder hint and see. Fodder's escapee and crime. We'll need to use these words and their letters as directed by neighboring indicators. So it's not saying to do a replacement of the fodder today. I don't know if it always does. I don't usually get that hint and read it. I can't think of something that sounds like, is it SKP? Maybe SKP, bound. And it's admitting crime, essentially, the essential part of crime. Bound. SKP. Maybe it sounds like SKP, but like, how are we making a word out of that? Maybe essential bit of crime is the middle letter, the I. So is it skip? Oh, bound as in, right. The surface, of course, made me only think of the definition of bound, and also the fact that I thought it might be an indicator only made me think of the definition of bound as in like you're bound to wrists or whatever, you're tied up. But if you bound, you jump or you skip. All right. I needed the fodder hint to give me the confidence that I had read it right. But I mean, I had already figured out all of that without the hint. The other thing the hint kind of subtly hinted to is that I didn't need to do a replacement word for a homophone. I just had to use it as is. Took me a while to think of escapee as SKP. That's interesting. Okay. Well, how'd you do?